Hey guys, coming to you with a quick update. Obviously, no interview for this specific video, but I felt like it was important to address some of the things that I've learned from Permissionless. I had the opportunity to attend the conference, and it was a little bit overshadowed by Korea Blockchain Week as well as Token 2049. And that could be for a multitude of reasons, main one being the regulatory landscape that is shaping the United States. So if you were to go to Token 2049, most likely you were probably exposed to a variety of different projects that may not necessarily be focused on trying to expand into the United States market. That could have played a role in a slimmer audience. However, there were a lot of great projects on display, a lot of chains in particular. And I had the pleasure of meeting a lot of folks from a lot of great ecosystems and learned a few things too. One of the things that Metamask was focused on was promoting snaps, which makes it easier to interact with non-EVM chains. And the reason why I'm excited about that is just the other week I was talking to Max from Archway. I'll provide the link to that interview down below. And we were talking about how can we get more TVL from Ethereum to Cosmos. And he believes that a great way to do that is through utilization of snaps, which allows for just a better user experience on MetaMask. That remains to be seen. We'll see how that plays out, but it's something that he's excited about and something that MetaMask is excited about as well. The second thing that caught my attention was Ripple. They are being a little bit more aggressive these days, and likely that has something to do with their case against the SEC. So they were in full display. Some of their builders were in full display as well. I had a chance to meet the founder of XP Markets. It's one of the first dexes on the XRP ledger. They had their grant team there as well as their business development team, and they're really focused on onboarding decentralized finance applications. Also, the layer two scaling solutions were on display. So Arbitrum, Linea, ZkZSync, they were all there. And they're all excited about the upcoming upgrade to Ethereum, the Cancun upgrade, which will altogether across the board will lower a lot of the fees for these layer two scaling solutions, which they're already lower than Ethereum. Now with the upgrade, they will become even lower. So that's something to keep in mind. Also had the opportunity to connect with Hedera. And Hedera is interesting. There's like three different arms. They have a development arm, which is Swirl, and then they also have their grant team and one more other arm. So they're also very aggressive in pursuing projects that are building meaningful things in the space. And it's a combination of enterprise and also some that are specifically Web3 centric. So, for instance, Karate Combat is an interesting project that is a combination of real life martial arts and the metaverse. Joe Rogan is involved. Some of the folks from the UFC are involved. We've learned already that strong partnership doesn't necessarily equate to great quality projects, but it is something worth keeping in mind. And then last but not least, the IRS. The IRS showed up to Permissionless, and I got approached by a gentleman that works for the IRS and kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I knew they were involved. They're obviously doing a lot of criminal investigations. They're getting better and better about catching bad actors. And so they're trying to stay up to date. And this particular gentleman approached me and just wanted to learn about this space, wanted to get my take on it, and also wanted to understand like why is decentralization so important to so many that are attending this conference? Why is privacy so important? And I challenged him, and I'm also challenging this community to come together and start a conversation. We know it's already happening on Capitol Hill. that those conversations are being had, and that's where all of the regulations will be passed down. But I truly believe that we need to have it on ground level as well. And so I'm trying to facilitate, I'm trying to coordinate that type of discussion just for people to understand. And if we expect them to try to understand what's happening in blockchain, we also need to hear their side of the story and understand what's happening from a regulatory perspective. And I think the people that are building meaningful things, that are open-minded, that are smart, and are really on the cutting edge of this stuff and are trailblazers, understand that, and they are open to it. So I challenge everybody in the community to come together and try to have this type of experience where you are listening first and then talking second. I think that is going to be the key for us to get ahead. And yes, Bitcoin isn't doing much. It's somewhere between 25 and 27. It's kind of boring right now, but there's nothing boring about what's happening in the space. The technology that's being built, everything is in place to support these applications that are going to be built, and they're all ready for that next wave, which, who knows what's going to cause that? Could it be the tokenization of real world assets? Potentially. Still a lot to get through from a regulatory perspective, but we're seeing that play out in other parts of the world outside of the United States, and that could potentially be the next wave. Don't really know what that would be, but everybody's in place, and there's definitely opportunities for grants as well. So if you're out there and you're building and you're open to those opportunities, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to point you in the right direction. I really enjoyed talking to a lot of these different ecosystems, and happy to make introductions for anybody that is looking for them. That's it from me, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you get value out of these interviews. I'm sure that a lot of our guests appreciate them, and I certainly appreciate them as well. So thanks so much, and until next time.